The Netherlands has expelled 17 Russians, it says, were intelligence officers posing as diplomats. Belgium announced a similar move, expelling 21 people accused of being involved in espionage operations. At the same time, the European Union and the United States have vowed to increase cooperation on the implementation of sanctions against Moscow over the war in Ukraine. With the latest from Brussels, SABC News correspondent Rosie Bichard has more.
The Russian embassy to Belgium is not far from where I am, and now Belgian Foreign Minister Sophie Wilmès has announced that 21 people working there are to be expelled from the country. Now, Wilmès and her Dutch counterpart Wopke Hoekstra, who also announced similar expulsions from the Netherlands, they both say that these alleged spies posing as diplomats represent national security threats. Now, this latest development is yet another sign of deteriorating diplomatic relations between Russian and EU countries as the conflict in Ukraine continues. But there may be more positive signs afoot. This was another day full of diplomatic activity. Peace talks between Russia and Ukraine wrapped up, with Turkish hosts speaking of significant progress. Now, following the talks, the White House says US President Joe Biden is speaking with the leaders of France, Germany, Italy and the United Kingdom on the phone. Ukraine says it wants security guarantees from countries including the US, France and Germany, though it would likely not be able to join the NATO defensive alliance under proposals. But for now, those are nothing more than proposals, as there is no final agreement in sight yet between Russia and Ukraine. And while the war is still being waged, Western powers will likely keep tightening the screws on existing sanctions against Moscow. Here in Brussels, the United States and the European Union have been putting their heads together to try and sharpen implementation of those sanctions, trying to make sure that the Russian individuals and companies targeted cannot evade the restrictions in place. Rosie Burchard, SABC News, Brussels.